everybody, I'm Lady Nadra and welcome to episode 19 of Gloria's Alzheimer's. Episode 19. Yep, that's what this is. My mom is Gloria. She's 79 years old and she was diagnosed in 2017 with Alzheimer's dementia. The clip at the beginning of this episode is right around when she was first diagnosed. It was right at the end of my grandmother's life, her mother's life. Her mother was in a care facility as well. She was diagnosed with dementia as well, but she took Aricept at the very beginning of her diagnosis, and she really didn't show any signs after she was diagnosed. So yeah, she was pretty much good for the most part, but it was a very, very early diagnosis for her. My mom would not take the medication. She didn't think anything was wrong with her, so therefore we had to ride it out. My mom now lives in a memory care facility. She and my dad went there together. My dad did not have dementia, but he wanted to go with her, and they went in there, and he ended up passing away there. But he gave us okay for that facility before he passed, and so it was right at the beginning of the pandemic. We couldn't go in, so if you look at the earlier episodes of Gloria's Alzheimer's, we're at the window visiting her because we couldn't go in. So yeah, it's been a journey. Like I said, my mom lives in a care facility, a memory care facility. That is not for everybody. It's not everybody's get down. I do realize that, some people have made it known, that they wouldn't put their mother or their loved one in a care facility. And I totally get that, it's not for everybody, but it is for some people. And for the people that it's for, I don't think you should feel like you have to explain that to anybody, because it doesn't work with everybody's lifestyle to be in a care facility, and it doesn't work with everyone's lifestyle for them to be an in-home caregiver. Yeah, you can do your loved one a real disservice if you're not someone who's skilled in that area. Our mother being in the care facility doesn't necessarily mean that the place that we put her in is perfect. None are. Being at home is not perfect. None of this is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about dementia and dementia care is perfect. Nothing about it. It's not. Later on in this episode, you'll see, where I'll explain to you, some of the issues that we're having or have had with this facility that we're that my mom is in. But, you're going to deal with something ugly, because this is an ugly disease. So if a care facility is, somewhere where you are going to place your loved one, I would just, caution you to definitely make your presence known. You know what I'm saying? You want to always just make sure that you are present, that you are caring for your loved one even though they are there. Making sure that you let the people know that your loved one has family and that you love them. Let them know that you love your people. You know what I'm saying? Just, that's common sense to me. Show up. Be patient with the people. It's a big job. Imagine if you were doing that job. You know what I'm saying? You probably have them in a care facility because you can't do the job. You know what I mean? So be patient with the people, but show up and let your presence be known, and let them know that you care about your loved one and that you care about the job that they're doing. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you do, leave me a comment and a thumbs up so that I can know that you enjoyed it, and I can see your name and kind of have a little dialogue with you. Hey, my friend, how you doing? I'm good. How are you? What you got? Hey, that on tape. She just called you the whole name, Shelly. She didn't say Shirley. She said Shelly. Just Hey, Shelly. What you talking about, Imelda?
Imelda's been laughing the whole time.
Huh?
Now she's licking her fingers. Got ice cream all on the jacket. She's eating with her fingers. Some lady, the other lady was having her for a minute. So, yeah, so pretty. That's you bring it. The Roche said she clapped when you came in. I told him, I said, Roche, you gotta go. And she called me, you know. And she didn't look at me. I said, well, I know that they kind of well.
Right, you're right.
Pretty. I like this song, Gloria. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Where you going? Going for your daily walk, huh? If I was out here, I'd be tired.
I know. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, it's all here.
Yeah, you have a nice room. Beautiful.
Generations, yeah, they're married to pet pastors.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right now, wait for them.
All right.
She has a lot of boxes and stuff like that, so I wanted to just make sure. So I do know they did remind me always put deodorant, and then she likes to put perfume on. So I do know that. But when it comes to shampoo, so we're supposed to be putting this, and then how much of this am I supposed to be putting on? It's a conditioning cream.
The leave-in conditioner.
Yeah. Is it just a little bit? Because I don't.
Yeah,
know.
just a little bit. Just
Okay.
well, like, just fill the palm, the inside of your palm up, and then just rub it all, rub it in your hands, and then rub it over her hair.
Because when she was doing it, I don't know what it is about this, but she smelled it and she loved it, and she started massaging it.
So, she was a hairstylist.
Was she? I haven't read into her story yet, so I haven't had the pleasure of doing that because I've been running around doing different runs and stuff like that. But I like to make sure I get to know them. And Gloria is one of my favorite ones because obviously she's the lover. She likes to walk,
she's
but
really sweet.
she'll hug you and everything. And then so lotion, and then
so put the when you wash her hair, after you shampoo her hair, put the leave-in conditioner in, and then take the same amount of Vaseline, rub that in your hands, and rub that in her hair.
hair.
So we got that regimen down. Christine got you right, Mama. Hey, she act like she's just now seeing me. Look. Come on, let's go. Let's go this way. Okay. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna come back this week and cut your hair, okay? Yeah. Need a little trim. And I think they washed it this morning. And it's getting woolly, so we cut you back down to your curls. Okay? Okay. I don't know.
I don't care now.
You don't care now. Mm-hmm. So my mom has always had this pore on her shoulder, and she used to empty it. She used to squeeze it and get the contents, the gunk out of it. And herself, she used to do that herself. But of course, she hasn't done that in a long time. And so I've kind of had my eye on it just because I knew it was there. And then at the facility, they called me and told me that she had a small lump on her shoulder. And I would say like it had gotten to like raisin size, a small raisin, that you could feel under her skin. But when I would touch it, she wasn't bothered by it at all. So I didn't bother it. It wasn't bothering her, so I didn't bother it. So yesterday when I was doing her hair, when I cut her hair, after I finished cutting it, I was dusting the hair off of her shoulders, and I hit it with the towel, and she kind of flinched, and she put her hand back and, it was like this. And so I looked at it and I saw this big red inflamed lump, on her shoulder right under that pore. So it was, lifted right under the pore, but then there were also 2 bites on the side of it. So I wasn't sure if it was a bug bite or what. So they definitely, sprayed her room. They moved her bed. We changed all the linen. We did all the things. But it was under that pore. You know what I mean? That kind of concerned me. That it was, my brother thought it was a bug bite. The lady in the facility was saying bug bite, but it was under that pore. That was the thing, you know what I mean? And if you watch Dr. Pimple Popper, I was like, nope, they need to cut that, cut the head of it, cut it open and, get the sac out of it because it's going to just return, if you don't get it out. And so, so the facility was able to get her an appointment and get her in to see the doctor. I made an appointment actually for her, and it was 2 weeks out. But they were, dang it, I turned the fan on. They were able to make it for her and get her seen the next day. So, sorry, I had a hot flash. And so they were able to get her seen the next day. And so we went over there, and they actually ended up scheduling to get it surgically taken care of. And that's supposed to happen on, I think they said August 8th or 9th. So it's going to be taken care of, but we'll just have to babysit it until then. But I'm going to get her seen by her doctor as soon as I can. I won't cancel that appointment, just in case we can get her seen sooner. So some of you may not know, but my husband and I pastor a church in Corona, California, and we hosted a marriage retreat in Palm Springs, which is a couple of hours, maybe a little under a couple of hours away from Corona, which is also where my mother is. And I got a call from the facility saying that my mother had slipped outside. She had gone out of the fire doors, and she was outside in the heat, and they found her slumped over, kind of, she was conscious, but she was slumped over on the bench, not looking like herself, and her blood pressure was low and her heart rate was low. So they called the paramedics, and then by the time the paramedics got there, her blood pressure and heart rate had dropped even lower. So needless to say, we jumped in the car and pressed our way back to Corona, back to the hospital. And I called my daughter. She actually, you know, was in Corona, so she was right there. She was texting me and giving me, you know, updates as you know, I was driving. And by the time she got there, she said my mom was already smiling and laughing and joking with her. By the time I got there, she was good. She was reaching for me and straightening up my dress, and you know, so she basically got dehydrated and heat exhaustion and whatnot. And so they kept her overnight, and just for observation. And yeah, that was very, 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 very scary to say the least. But she ended up okay. You all right? You done taking stuff off. You're not supposed to take this off. Girl. You in here taking stuff off. Amen. You cold? Leave it alone. Don't take that one off, Mom. All gone. After they discharged her from the hospital, that the rest of that week, they discharged her Sunday night. The rest of that week, she was pretty weak, and you know, just getting her strength back, getting her, you know, I hear once you're dehydrated, it kind of just knocks you, you know, kind of off balance. So it's been extremely hot here and everywhere, but it's just been extremely hot, you know. And so I gave them strict instructions to keep her indoors. I didn't want her outdoors at all. Give her 2 weeks to recover. You know what I mean? Let her recover. Keep her hydrated. Let her get her strength back. My mom's baseline is to walk. She just walks all day long, you know. So let's let her walk indoors. You know what I'm saying? In order to get her strength back. And I talked to the doctor when I took her to see her primary doctor. She was asking me how was she doing after her hospital stay. And I told her, you know, so she's just pretty sleepy. You know, she's taking naps and stuff now. You know, she wouldn't do that before. She's, you know, taking naps. Is that normal? Is she okay? You know, I'm thinking, you know, I better ask the doctor. And she said, well, you know, her numbers are looking pretty good. As a matter of fact, they're looking excellent. She was saying that I can't say she doesn't have diabetes anymore, but her numbers are fine, you know. But she said something that, you know, helped me. She asked me, did I have children? And did my children have any, like, illnesses that they've had since childhood? Like, my daughter has asthma. And she said, yeah. So she asked me, did I have, like, you know, could I tell when my daughter was struggling with her asthma? And I said, yeah, I can hear her all through the house. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like I could feel when she's struggling with her asthma. And she said, okay, so do you have that for your mom? And I said, yes. And she said, okay, well, trust it. Trust it. You know? And I'm like, oh, yeah. Because I do feel like she's one of my children. I mean, I hate to say it like that. Like, I know she's not my child, but I do feel like I need to protect her as if she is one of my children. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But it was interesting that the doctor put it that way, you know? And it definitely helped me to put the things in perspective that I need to put in perspective.
Because I'm gonna put you to bed, okay? I noticed when I got here, I told her that she looks different. See, she doesn't like the door open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's sit at the toilet. Let me put your underwear. Sit down. Yeah, sit down. Sit down, babe. Sit down. Sit down. No. Let me see. Let me pull it out. Sit down. Sit down. It's okay. Sit down. It's okay. There you go.
Perpetual state of evolutions, of births and deaths, of being reborn.
Okay, today's a better day. She's up walking around. She's had her chocolate shake. Did she just eat those chips? Did she want the chips?
She got them in her hand.
Oh, she got a bag of chips. And she's back on the run. What is that, huh? What is that?
Come on, let's go get it.
Oh. She just told Morgan walk a little faster.
I wasn't keeping up.
You slowing her down? Mama. Glory. Glory. Gloria. 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 I'm here to visit you. You tired? You sleepy? Hi, Mommy. Hi. How you doing? Yeah.
Taking a nap. How does somebody tell you?
I guess so. Oh, okay. You sleepy, Mommy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just 11:30. I think you gotta have lunch. You hungry? You hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let's see if we can find on TV. Your taco salad. Here, drink some more water. guys, I had to utilize my village today. Thank you, Danny. We had to handle Miss Gloria today. She went to the doctor, and Danielle got to observe some of her behavior. What did you see? Tell us what you noticed.
The core of her is still the same. She has a lot of sweetness, but she's still Gloria Jean, is what my mom would call her. And what I mean by that is when she felt like she was being, like when the nurse touched a spot that was sensitive.
Sorry, I'm trying to turn this down. What do I do? Oh, there we go. Sorry.
When a nurse touched a spot that was sensitive, she said, oh no. Oh no. So she had limited speaking, but when she spoke, it was at very key important times. I noticed that.
And firm.
I love the love that she looks at you with in her eyes. Her eyes tell the stories when she's looking at you and she's talking. You just feel the love and the compassion that has always been there. It is still there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I see Nadra as her little special spot because she gets a little extra, the little ha-ha with me, but she got the little ha-ha-ha with Nadra. And the other thing I noticed too is that Auntie Gloria is very meticulous. If you guys know her, she's meticulous. She had her house and things a certain way. You best not come in and mess things up. I would get a spanking, but that's another story. But she's like that with her clothes too. So she kept on tidying herself, tidying her clothes, and tidying Nadra. Nadra put a purse around herself, and then one of her collars were like kind of to the side, and Auntie Gloria was like, she just looked at her like, no, we're gonna fix this right now. So she stopped everything to fix it, to put it back in order.
Right.
So it's very interesting because the core of who we are, you guys, it doesn't change. It's who we are, and it's just very evident. She loves to walk. She loves being outside, and she comes alive, and that's just who she is. So it just did my heart well. Did my heart well.
So you said she balled up her fist.
Yes.
when she got aggravated.
Yeah, she was like this, y'all. I was like, oh,
when she got stressed.
She about to punch somebody. That's my girl right there. I got you. I got your back, right?
Yeah, when she got stressed, she balled up that fist.
Yeah,
she was like, and her fist just balled up.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
And at one point she balled up both of them. So that tells you, like, leave me alone. I'm done. I don't want you doing this. So, yeah. But she wouldn't let anybody pick on her either.
No. But I think she figured out she needed to be at the doctor.
Yes.
You know?
But at first it gave her anxiety because she couldn't sit down. You can tell she had a little trepidation.
Yeah.
She was a little antsy. And then I think both of us being on the side of her gave her peace.
Yes.
And along with music, along with worship. Right?
I turned on gospel music and just had it playing.
Yeah.
So I've learned that helps in those situations. So I definitely keep that in my back pocket.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like certain things I know I need to do, and I've learned that it's helpful to have somebody with me, you know, in those moments where we have to have these kinds of appointments where there may be a little discomfort for her in any kind of way. I need to have a support person.
For sure, because even going to the restroom. I had to use the restroom, Nadra had to use the restroom.
And if it was just one of us, I wouldn't have been able to go.
No way. Because she would have been gone out the door.
Yeah.
She was pointing at every door, y'all. She was ready to go.
Yeah.
She was like, let's go there.
Yeah.
She would have been gone. At one point, she was just walking. She was like, I'm out.
Right.
And I had to turn her in a circle. She's like, where are we going? Or she said going or something. I was like, we're going back over there. There's nature.
Have a seat. She says, have a seat. So we're sitting. What's up, chica?
Let's see what's going on.
I think they want you to have a seat. I'm sitting on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already sitting on it. I think you're supposed to sit on it too.
Okay.
Hey, hey, hey.
What?
What? Who is that?
I don't understand what she's talking about.
You don't?
Ain't gonna be shit getting out.
What?
Come on, give me the spin.
Gloria Jean. Hey, good looking. Hey, good looking. Eat your food. Look, eat your food. I want you to do good things the good way too, because I don't want you to go to jail. I don't want you to go to jail either.
Love them, I care for them. My oldest son,
Mm-hmm.
he took 3 of my cars when I was in the hospital.
He took 3 of your cars?
My mother, he took 2 cars from her.
Took 3 cars from you, took 2 cars from your mother.
And there's a lot of things happening between all of us.
And did he go to jail?
No,
He didn't go to jail?
I called federal on one time.
Mm-hmm.
I came home. My son, my youngest son,
Mm-hmm.
was not there.
Mm-hmm.
And he took him.
He took them. Wow.
Went to the mountain.
Now, how many sons do you have?
And he went,
How many sons do you have?
I
5 sons. Wow. Do you have any daughters?
wish he did.
No daughters. So 5 sons and no daughters.
I can believe that. But I'm not saying that's what I have.
Yeah. How about your wife? She hasn't been arrested. Hey, good looking. Hey, good looking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, Gloria's Alzheimer's. I know my mom's not doing as much singing anymore. She used to sing all the time. I can get her to sing sometimes, but she's not singing as much anymore. You know, maybe 1 or 2 lines here or there, and I gotta have the camera on when in order to get those lines, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, she's not doing a lot of that. But, you know, I did bring her to church a couple weeks ago, and she's still up clapping and, you know, got her hands raised. And, you know, I'll sit and I'll sing to her. And when I sing to her, she's definitely engaged in that. So she's still responding to music, but she's just not singing as much, participating as much anymore. Yeah, but you know, such is life, smiles and frowns, the going ups and the coming downs. That's what she used to always say. I'm trying to find more clips of her, you know, back in the day, so that I can add them into the videos and you guys can see her in, you know, at herself. And that way you can kind of get to know Gloria at herself, you know, a little bit better. But hope you guys enjoyed what I'm putting together for you, and learning a little bit more about Alzheimer's and how to deal with your loved one if you're actually having to deal with this dreadful disease. This, you know, it's dreadful, but let me say this, and I'm gonna get off of here. There was a lady that was actually visiting one of the residents at the facility that my mom is in, and she, you know, she just threw out there, she was like, this is, the Lord doesn't want this for us, this is demonic. And I thought, you know, I heard her say it one time and then she said it again. I'm like, I disagree. I disagree. I actually see God's grace in it. You know, I see God's grace in the way that, and I think I've said this to you guys before, you know, my dad passed away there at that facility. And if my mom had to get up every day and know that, you know, she would be very, very sad, you know. And the fact that she doesn't remember, she doesn't have that memory to hold on to, you know, I see God's grace in that. Maybe that's just me, my way of making peace with it. I don't know, but you know, that's what I see. And I see my mom is she was always a nice lady. She was always a good person, you know, but she was guarded in a way, you know, maybe because of her hurt. You know, she's a strong woman, you know, she didn't let many things, you know, penetrate, because, you know, she was protecting herself, you know, probably because of life's hurts and things like that, you know what I'm saying? But at this point, she's very, very sweet. She's very tender-hearted. She's just the purest version of herself. And I'm, you know, enjoying who she is. I'm enjoying her now. I'm learning some new things about her. So, I mean, yeah, I miss the person that she was, but I am now enjoying the person that she is. So, maybe that will encourage you. I don't know. You know, there's something new that you can embrace. I'm sure, you know. Try. Look for something new. See you in the next one.